The endocrine system consists of glands in 7 to 12 different parts of the body, depending on the source that you are looking at the information from. There are 4 systems primarily responsible for puberty: the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, the gonads, and the adrenal gland. Collectively, these glands can produce up to 50 different hormones that are released into the bloodstream and carried throughout the body until the hormone reaches its intended receptor and attaches to the cell. Once it's attached via the receptor, the hormone can have differing effects on the cell's behavior. In adolescence, the hormonal changes associated with puberty start in the hypothalamus, a small structure located in the lower part of the brain. Once the body reaches a certain fat threshold, the protein leptin initiates a signal to the hypothalamus to increase production of gonadotrope-releasing hormone, otherwise known as GnRH. Research has indicated that this fat threshold for females is around 17% body fat in order for menarche to start, and 22% before regular menstruation cycles can be maintained. For boys, this still seems to vary, so trajectories focus more on early versus late timing of puberty as correlated to obesity and defined by the body mass index, or BMI. Back to the increased production of GnRH. The increase in GnRH in turn affects the pituitary gland, which releases gonadotropins. The 2 types of gonadotropins are FSH, or follicle-stimulating hormone, and LH, luteinizing hormone, both of which stimulate the gonads, or sex glands. For females, sex glands are ovaries, and for males, they are testes. The gonads produce various sex hormones and gametes, or ovum and sperm. The 2 classes of sex hormones are estrogens and androgens. With respect to puberty, estradiol and testosterone are the most important types in each of these classes. Both are produced in each sex, but each sex will experience varying amounts. Androgens are also produced by the adrenal gland and contribute to some of the physical changes experienced during puberty, such as increased body hair. All of this to say that the hypothalamus, pituitary gland, gonads, and adrenal glands are in constant communication with monitoring and adjusting the levels of sex hormones in the body. This process is typically started about 2 years before the first physical changes will be noticed. As the body works to reach the set point or optimal level, then it will notice the sequence of physical changes starting to occur. These changes are the same for all females and males, but the timing of the sequence is what is varied due to biological and environmental factors. The first 5 events for both males and females happen in order for each of these sexes. But again, timing can vary. For boys, facial hair is the last observed change. Interestingly, if facial hair doesn't grow well during puberty, this will remain on trend for their adult life.